This is my review of the training program that I did for the last 3 months, which was the Wendler 531 Boring But Big T-Nation 3-month challenge. Okay, big name there, and there's a lot of different things there. So first one is the Wendler 531. That's a training program which I would recommend for everyone. The Boring But Big is the part of that program which gives you advice about what to do in your assistance exercises. So the main exercises are the deadlift, push press or shoulder press or military press, the squat and the bench press. So those are your 4 main exercises. That's what 531's about. And then the extra stuff, the Boring But Big, is about what you do as your auxiliary or additional exercises when you're doing these. So, for example, if you're doing bench press, you'll also do bent over rows. So so you're doing your push, but you're also doing a little bit of your antagonistic muscle groups, or your minor muscle, either your minor muscle groups you're using or your antagonistic muscle groups that you'll be using on the same workout. But there's lots of different variants of that. And then the T-Nation 3-month challenge was an additional addition to that, an additional change to that, where it gives a little bit of advice on what to do on your maxes and what to do when for your auxiliary exercises. So there's different ideas there. So it was a 3-month challenge, and it increased with intensity. The auxiliary exercises, or the set. So with the T-Nation challenge, you were doing squats for your 531, and then your auxiliary exercises were your deadlifts. So it was your kind of opposite kind of leg session, and you're doing 10 sets of 10? I can't remember, or 5 sets of 10. Either way, it was hard as fucking nails. So no doubt it was hard ass. But the whole idea was that if you do it for 3 months, you will definitely get bigger, maybe even stronger. But they said that was a maybe. It was more a case of, this is if you want to get big, because you're using big compound exercises, big heavy weights, and shitloads of sets and reps. And pretty much it worked. So for me, yes, I got bigger, but I got fatter. I don't know why. Well, actually, there's a couple of reasons why it might not have worked for me. In total, I didn't really enjoy that program. I found that I didn't have any, egotistical wins every time I went to the gym. So normally in the 531, whenever you go in on, let's say it's your 5 days, your final set before you start doing your auxiliary exercises is 5 reps or more. So every time you're there, you're pushing yourself to the absolute maximum of what you can do. So pretty much every time you go there, there's a potential of getting a new personal best, whether it's a new rep, even if it's 1 more rep or just a little bit more weight or something like that. Then there's always a goal of a potential new personal best, which is great for the ego. And if it's your 3 days, it's 3 or more, and if you do more, then that's awesome. Then the next month you do a little bit more weight, and if you can do more, it just gets better and better. So I enjoy that. But with the T-Nation challenge, on the final set, on your, let's say your 5 days, you were to do 5 reps, and even if you could do more, you weren't meant to do anymore. You just stop. And then you go into your auxiliary exercises, which are just fucking painful, tiring, and exhausting. There's no way around it. So for me, I didn't get that kind of, everyone says, oh, check your ego in at the door, but there is also a case of, I know I've pushed myself to the absolute limit of my strength, not just my muscle endurance of how many reps and sets of, how many sets of 10 reps I can do with 80% of the opposite exercise which I was doing that morning, squats then deadlifts. So I didn't really enjoy it that much. Two things which may not have given me the results which other people might get. So if some people have done it and done really well with it, then it may be, the reason why I may not have done so well is because I was doing this right during the time I was about to get married. So there's a little bit of underlying stress. Although getting married is not a stressful thing, organising the wedding, and again, although I wasn't really organising that, I was having to deal with my girlfriend or my fiance, who was organising it. So there was a little bit of subconscious stress. I don't think outwardly I was ever stressful, but what I was doing, you know, like several times during the nights, I was starting to have nightmares. Since I've been married now, I'm having the kind of dreams where I'm laughing in the morning. You know, where Kim wakes me up saying, "Dom, are you having a nightmare?" I'm like, "No, I was having a hilarious dream." So, although it's subconscious, there was definitely that factor. And I think also my sleep patterns were a bit fucked up with it as well. So, in general, the stress of a wedding, although potentially not outwardly stressful, I think definitely did have an effect on either my rest or just my kind of cortisol levels inside me. So that's the added stress and the not so great sleep. The other thing is that I didn't bother following any deload program. Normally in the Wendler 531, it's your first week is 5 reps, second week is 3 reps, third week is 5, 3, then 1 rep. And then the fourth week is just a deload where you're doing like half your normal weight and you're only doing like 5 reps, and you're just kind of going in there for a relax week kind of thing. And I've never followed that. I've never thought about doing that. There's enough times within a year that I'm either too busy or I'm on holiday or I'm distracted by something that I don't need to program in an official deload week. You know, if there's a week where I'm at somebody's wedding or somebody's stag do or something like that, then there's going to be about 5 days which I'm going to miss off the gym, so I can just consider that to be a deload period rather than a programmed deload week. Some people may benefit far better if they program that into their training. So for me, didn't really get stronger, not noticeably stronger. I didn't really feel that. Didn't enjoy it because I didn't have that kind of little bit of an ego, woohoo, yes, I just totally beat myself there. And like the bigger that I got, all I've really done is I've gained weight. I'm up to 87.5. Like before I was 85 kilograms, and if I was having a fat day, I'd be up to about 87.5. If I was having a lean day, I'd be down to about 84, so that was good. Now, I'm bang on a lean day, I'm 85 and 87.5. And if I'm having a fat day, I'm up to 89. If I'm having a lean day, I haven't had one yet. So I'm just like, damn, I've officially put on 2.5 kilograms, but Kim is just, my wife now, is just giving me grief the whole time saying I look fat, and she wants me to lose weight and do more running and just stop eating stuff which she thinks it makes me fat. So it hasn't been good for my ego, hasn't been good for my strength, hasn't been good for my relationship with my new wife. So for me, not really enjoying it. But what I am doing is I'm going straight back to just the bog standard Wendler 531 boring but big program, and I've done it for the last week so far, and I just love it. Every time. Like, I've had 4 personal bests this week. Well, I can't remember if they officially are because I've lost some record sheets from in the past, but like doing squats that today I did 115 for 8 reps. Never done 115 for 8 reps. I've done it for 5, so I totally destroyed that there. Okay, that could be an effect of the boring but big Wendler 531 T-Nation challenge, but I've had about a 2 weeks gap in between. So I don't think that was really beneficial for me, but I think just the normal Wendler 531 really works. So I'm going to be back on that and do that just as it is for another 5 or so months, I think. At least until winter time, until I need to change it up. And then I might do a 1 month challenge of just squats every day. But I think this will be good. But I'm not going to ever go back to the T-Nation challenge again. Didn't really work for me. But again, it may work for you. So give it a try. Well, and that's all it is. It's 3 months. Give it a try, and if it works, awesome. If you enjoy it, even better. If not, it's only 3 months out of your training, and you will always benefit from something. But if it puts you off going to the gym, or if you just don't enjoy it, give it up. Hope that helps. Cheers. Bye bye.